Hey guys, I'm just hoping you're enjoying your 4th of July. I just wanted to share a couple videos with you guys, or just a couple seconds of some questions people were asking about the review, and just to kind of give you guys just an idea of what we're going to do here. So, like, this is on 25 on the review. We're asked to find out what f of negative 4 is, which most of you guys, nobody's really asked a question about this, but this is the same idea of what we're looking at with b. F of negative 4, we're putting negative 4, and that's replacing x. So anytime that I see x in this equation, I am putting negative 4 in place of it. So it's going to be 5 minus 2 times negative 4. So when I look at that, it's the same thing as 5 plus negative 2 times negative 4, which is positive 8. And that's how we got 13 for that. If you guys look at the answer key, you would see that. Now, when I look at something like this, I'm putting x minus 6, I am substituting that in place of x. So anything that has x in this equation, I'm replacing it with x minus 6. So when I look at this, I have 5 minus 2, and I'm replacing it with x minus 6. And I'm just simplifying it. I'm distributing negative 2 through the parentheses. So I have 5 minus 2x, and then negative 2 minus negative 2 times negative 6 is plus 12. So the final answer would be negative 2x plus 17. Now, some people are confused about this. How do I find out the x values that make this true? So instead of me knowing x, I know what f of x is. So I know 27 is equal to 5 minus 2x. Now, I could easily solve this, and I could subtract 5 from both sides. And I would get 22 equals negative 2x, which means x is negative 11. That's what we're trying to find, is we're trying to find the x values that make that true. Now, another way that I can look at this is I could put this equation in my calculator and solve it that way. So if I look, I'm going to put y equals, and we'll say it is 5 minus 2x, because that's what the equation is. 5 minus 2x. And then I can look at my table of values and see, when do I get it to be 27? Now, if I go down, I won't get it. So I'm going to go up. And when do I get 27? Hopefully it matches what I had before. 27 is negative 11. So my solution of negative 11 checks out, looking at my calculator or looking at solving it. So I know most of you guys, well, that's an easy one, Mr. Graham. How do I look at something like this? It's the same idea. I'm putting negative 3 in place of x. So I'm doing negative 3 squared plus 6 times negative 3 minus 16. So I have 9 minus 18 minus 16. So when I simplify that, 9 minus 18 minus 16 is negative 34. 9 minus 34 is negative 25. So f of negative 3 is negative 25. Now, if I look at x plus 2 is replacing every x value. So I'm doing x plus 2 squared. I'm inputting x plus 2 in place of x. I'm going to input x plus 2 in place of the other x. And then I'm subtracting 16. Well, how do I do this? Well, I mean, it's x plus 2 times x plus 2. So I can use a box to get this, but eventually you're going to get x squared plus 4x plus 4, and then I'm just distributing the 6 through the parentheses. So I have 6x plus 12 minus 16. So I have plus 6x plus 12 minus 16. If I simplify that, I have 10x, and then 4 plus 12 minus 16 is 0. So I end up with x squared plus 10x. That's what f of x plus 2 is, x squared plus 10x. Now this last one saying 24 is what y is, so I'm trying to find the x value. So I have 24 equals x squared plus 6x minus 16. Now I could solve it by factoring, or I can use the tool that we looked at a second ago, in which we could put into the calculator. So let's do that. I'm going to put this equation in my calculator. So for y equals, I'm going to put x squared plus 6x minus 16. And I'm going to look at my table of values. And how do I get to my table? I press second and graph. And I'm going to look for those values that make that true. I'm looking for 24. So I see one right there. I do see one at negative 10. That's a good one. And I want to find another one. I'm looking for positive 24. Negative 10 and 4. So if I look at these values, I got 4 to be one of those x values that get you 24, and the other one was at negative 10. So I would say that x equals 4 and x equals negative 10. Or I guess you could say it all together. X equals 4 and negative 10. Hopefully that helps you with like 25 and 26. I'm coming up with another one that's going to just go over some piecewise function evaluation.